Hey guys, this is Mrs. Watland here, and today I wanted to talk with you older students a little bit about the Golden Rule. And the Golden Rule is something we've been talking about since you have been little ones. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And now it's really putting into motion as we get older. How do we want to be treated? And when we mess up, what do we do? How do we, remember to make that apology? And remember, an apology is always saying, it's not just sorry, that you have to say what you did. And that's really important. When you're making an apology, sorry never cuts it. Never cuts it at Custer Elementary School. You have to say what you did. And you have to speak from the heart. And you have to use that empathy. And it has to come from the heart, or it really doesn't mean anything. It's just blah, 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 blah words. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Golden Rule, about that word empathy, really about being genuine, and talking about resolving conflicts a little bit today. So again, I don't know if you can see this, but what is empathy? I can notice, understand, and respond to other people's feelings. I can imagine how others might feel. And that's that. Empathy is really about being genuine and really being sincere of, oh, man, I'm sorry. And using those words. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about that, using an I-Message and solving some conflict with you older kids, maybe grades 3 through 6. And so what are some steps to resolving conflict? And one of those, treat others the way I want to be treated, is how would I want others when they're upset with me and we're having conflict? How would I want to be treated? And I want to treat them in the same way. So the first step to solving conflict is, number one, define the problem. Stop and recognize, what is the problem. If I'm upset, this is not a time to try to resolve conflict. Taking some deep breaths, using that 4, 7, 8 breathing, into the nose to the count of 4, hold to the count of 7, out through mouth to the count of 8. Really being calm and in a place where you can communicate and not still be mad and upset. So number one, define the problem. Stop and recognize just what exactly is the problem. Step number 2, you tell your side and I listen. Be peaceful and direct, and then let them tell their side of the story. And the real key is listening, not just thinking what I'm going to say next or accuse them of, but really listening to what the other person's saying. I tell my side of the story and you listen. Peaceful, direct. We're talking about what I see as a problem and what you see as a problem. Number 4, we find a solution to our problem we both can agree on. The problem is the enemy, not the person, and trying to find some way to compromise. But really listening to one another and what's going to work to get through this conflict. And then 5, if we get stuck, we can ask a trusted adult for help. We want to think win-win. If we can't work it out among ourselves, then who can we get to help us? Maybe a trusted adult, maybe an older kid, maybe an older brother or sister, someone, maybe your counselor, maybe your teacher. Even though we're not together right now, you can still send me an email, or you're having contact with your teacher, but some way to get through those conflicts. Maybe talking with your moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, whoever you live with. Hey, can you help us? You're having conflict with someone, maybe a sibling. Can you help us work through this time? So, and again, using those I-Messages, leading with empathy, saying the person's name. Sometimes at school it might be someone that you don't know their name, but using those I-Message, you're leading with empathy. Oh, man, Sally, I feel mad, I feel sad, I feel afraid. And then define what they're doing. Whatever they might be doing, try to trip me or make fun of me or whatever, be specific as you can, and then I need you to, and then asking them what you need them to do. Leave me alone, whatever that might be. But using your words, and again, if that's not helping, ask a trusted adult for some help. But again, those are just a few things I wanted to talk to you today about the Golden Rule, how to resolve conflicts. Maybe right now more of those conflicts are coming with siblings, or maybe even with your parents. But how can you give grace, have patience, let things go when you can, but also there's times when we have to use our words, and we have to be able to talk about some things that sometimes are hard to talk about. So, a few things for you to think about today about the golden rule, about resolving conflict. Reminder: be kind, be brave, be you, be the nice kid, be a good neighbor. Talk to you soon. Bye.